Hello, welcome back to Kane Studies. This is our second lecture in Indian Polity series for CAPF 2020. This is presented by me, Nikesh Singh. Let's begin. The topic of the day is Union and its territory. Article 1 of the Indian Constitution provides that India, that is Bharat, as Union of States. Important word here is Union of States. So why the constitution has not used the term federation of states, despite it being a federal country? So the reason behind it is that the union is not a result of agreement between the states. And the second reason is it is indestructible. That means that no state can cede from union of states. And the union is not a result of the agreement between the states, which is the case in the American Constitution. So what is the difference between Union of India and Territory of India? So Union of India is a narrow concept. That means it only covers the states only, whereas the Territory of India includes the states, union territory, and the territory that is acquired by India in future. So under Article 3 of the Indian Constitution, Parliament can increase or diminish the area of a state or alter boundaries or name of a state. But any bill that contains this above provisions has to meet two conditions. The first is the bill can be introduced in the Parliament only with the prior recommendation of the President. The second is before the recommendation of the President has to refer the bill to the state legislature, the concerned state legislature. Fine. So the President is not bound by the advice of the state legislature. And the second is this process is not required. The second process is not required, in which the President sends before the recommendation to the state legislature. This is not required in case of a union territory. So the conclusion is India is an indestructible union of destructible states, whereas America is an indestructible union of indestructible states. See, the difference here is indestructible states, and here India is destructible state. So as we know that the Parliament can alter the boundary of any state. So India has the Parliament can destroy any state, whereas in the American Constitution, the consent of the states are required to change the boundaries of a state. So the word indestructible states is used. The next question is, does Article 3 empowers Parliament to cede a part of Indian territory to a foreign country? So this first emerged in the 1960, the Berubari Union, where India ceded a part of its territory to Pakistan. So the President referred it to the Supreme Court under the advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court ruled that the Article 3 does not cover ceding a part of Indian territory to a foreign country. A constitutional amendment bill is required for ceding a part of Indian territory to a foreign country. But in cases of a dispute boundary, an executive order is sufficient. See, disputed boundary means that it's a disputed boundary between two countries. So only an executive order is sufficient regarding this. We must be aware of the 100th Constitutional Amendment Act, the land boundary agreement between India and Bangladesh, where India ceded a part of its territory to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh also ceded some part of its territory. So let's see the evolution of Indian states. So when India became sovereign on 26th January 1950, there were four, four categories of state: Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Apology for the picture. It is not a good quality picture. Apology for that. So the Part A in 1950, there were four categories of states: Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. So during the Constituent Assembly debates or the period of the formation of the Constitution, a committee was formed known as the Dhar Committee, okay, in 1948. So its recommendation was that the reorganization of states must be based on administrative convenience rather than linguistic factor. Then again, the GVP committee was formed in 1949. The members were Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Patabi Sita Ramaiah. So this committee also rejected language as basis of reorganization of states. The third committee was appointed, the Fazal Ali Commission, in 1953. So its members were K.M. Panikar and H.N. Kunzru. So in this category of committees, it is important that we learn the committee names, the year of their formations, and the members. So here also the Fazal Ali Commission accepted language as basis of reorganization, but rejected the concept of one language, one state. So there was a seventh Constitutional Amendment Act in 1970, in 1956. So this amendment does away with the Part A, B, C, and D. So as a result of this, there were 14 states and 6 union territories. This is the list of 14 states and 6 union territories. In certain exams, there are questions asked that which of the following states before becoming a state were union territories. So it's Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, and Tripura. You can remember it by word name Himmat. Himmat, which means HI means Himachal Pradesh, MA means Manipur, T means Tripura. So the present situation of the states is that we have 28 states and the number of union territories are 9. Fine. So this is an old picture, but you have to remember the names of the states and the year of their formation. Like in exams, it can be asked, which was the 24th state of India? So we know in the last slide, you can see that these are the 14 states. So up to 14 states, they won't ask a question to you, but they can ask which was a 15th state of Indian Union. So what can we do? 15th state of Indian Union was Gujarat. Fine. So you'll have to remember the year of formation of states. So the year of formation of states can be remembered by certain mnemonics such as Guna, Guna. See, GU represent here Gujarat. So it is the 15th state. NA represents here the Nagaland. And HA here represents the Haryana. So this is the 15th state, this is the 16th state, and this is the 17th state. So you can form your own mnemonics for this. It's totally your choice. And for more such lessons, please refer to Kane Studies. And for any query, you can refer to our WhatsApp number and visit our site for CAPF test series. Thank you and have a nice day.